Now, we already have Inspector Sheridan Hill with us, but we're going to jump across to the sister island of Tobago, and we're going to find out what is happening across on the sister island this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tobago. Hi. Susan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, excellent. Now, that's a classic example of a little bit of communication barrier, just being able to hear it. Anyway, we are speaking about the Literacy Month. So what is happening in Tobago in regards to this?
Well, the Tobago Institute of Literacy, which has been in existence for over 25 years, this morning we are out in some preschools doing story time with them in honor of the World Literacy Day. So we are going to be hitting about 3 or 4 preschools this morning, reading stories to the little ones and encouraging them to like books, to like reading, right? In addition to that, later on, after we have completed that, we will be going into, I call it the 3Bs community, which will be Blackrock, Buku, Bethesda, to highlight what we have to offer to them in the form of better in reading. Because there are those who can read but don't understand quite what they read. There are those who can read, can't spell very well, or can't write answers very well, or even explain themselves very well. So the fact remains is that we are going to be, bringing that on board, because we've got quite a number, 23 classes all over Tobago, doing literacy in community centers, in multipurpose centers, police youth groups, the libraries. We are all over doing our work.
Now, let's backtrack a little bit, because you said you're going into 4 preschools this morning to read stories. Which 4 preschools to begin with?
Oh, Lord, let me see if I could remember. There's a new one opening. I don't have that name, but we have Little Horizons. We have, there's another one, Punta's in Calder Hall, right? To be quite honest, they've left my mind, but we are in and around Scarborough areas, the Scarborough area, going in there to do our reading with the students, the little ones.
And tell us about the importance of starting a reading program from this age group.
Oh dear, that is so important, the love of books. I have found that our children, I'm sure it's almost the same as in Trinidad, they are not liking books. They rather work with tablets.
Right.
Now, yes. I have no problem with the tablets, but we've got to structure it in a way where the children can benefit from it. That's the way of the world. That's the future, right? Print with paper seems to be going out. But children still have to want to like to read, because even if they're using computers, they've got to be able to read and to be able to understand what they're reading.
That's right.
And to be able to take a question, pose to them, and know exactly what to do, So that's the reason why it's important that reading is there for them. We as the adults have to encourage it.
That's
How
right.
many of us really pick up the newspaper in front of our children and read, and they can see that dad or mom or granny or big brother is reading the newspaper? I don't think we have that much again going on.
Yeah, I agree, and that's the point I was getting to. Growing up, my parents would read, when I was a kid, my parents would read bedtime stories to me and read stories to me from storybooks as well. And
absolutely,
I saw that growing up, so that's why
how I know it. My father sat in the living room and read the papers.
What do you think is the disconnect now?
And therefore, the love of books. But I am a readaholic. I mean, I'm one of the few that really do enjoy picking up or going to the library, borrowing a book, reading it, and hustling to get a new one.
Yeah, that's right. So what do you think is the disconnect between that time then and what we see now with less parents reading to their children?
Too many distractions. Before you even finish the question, too many distractions. Our children are, I believe if at the early age of preschool, that age of 3 to 7, that formative years where they're learning to read and to understand, I believe if we really if the school system allows children to read, find time during the day to just stop and have silent reading time, you'll find that you're not going to get all 25 in the class or all 10 in the class. You may get 5 or you get 6, but you certainly will get more than if you don't do anything about it. So if I think they make reading fun experience, children will hold on to it.
Definitely. And you know, the Tobago Institute of Literacy is doing the work and going on the ground there to ensure that some change is being made to push forward the initiative of widespread literacy, because that is what is necessary. I want to thank you so much, Suzanne Sandiford, Executive Officer of the Tobago Institute of Literacy, for joining us this morning and sharing the wonderful work that the Institute is doing.
Thank you so much for
All
having
right.
me
Have a
on.
good one. All right.